Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Christmas Memories YouTube Inspiration Hop for 2021. It's day 4 and the prompt for today is Here Comes Santa Claus. This lovely hop is put together by Miranda Weber. I will have her linked down below and all the other lovely creatives that are playing along with today. So I've pulled out the Winter Wonderland collection and decided that I needed to kill this one off, right? Okay, so we had a bit of a faux pas with the video editing and with the videoing at this point. I was showing you everything, and then I went ahead and put the white gesso on. And it wasn't recording. So then I went back and I already had the white gesso on the page. So I showed you everything and then kind of showed you how I put the white gesso on. Yeah, that's a long story. So I'm using 4 distress inks. We have Cracked Pistachio, Shabby Shutters, Iced Spruce, and Blueprint Sketch. So now I have applied the white gesso, which I'm finding that I love these days. I used to absolutely be scared and hate because I tried to apply it too thick, and that didn't work. I apply very thin layers with a dry paintbrush and go as fast as I absolutely can with the paintbrush strokes. So I am using these stamp sets that came with the collection as well. The first one I did in the Cracked Pistachio, and now we're going in the Iced Spruce, just to create a little bit of a snowflake backdrop, and then I'm going to go ahead and water it down and get a very cool effect. I will do some splatters and stuff as well, and then I do come in and stamp just a little bit more of these over the watered down snowflakes, so you get the crisp images and the watered down marks as well. And I absolutely like the way this turned out. So right there I am rubbing the stamp on my arm. That is just prepping it because I've never used the stamps. So this is the Shabby Shutters in the smallest. I love this color. It's like my favorite color right now, and I've used it so much. You guys notice that? Yeah, me too. Alright, so I'm just filling in the areas, and I really like the way this looks. I love stamping on a layout to create your own background. And with the white gesso on there, it just helps to, white out the pattern paper. So now I'm taking my water bottle, and that's just a cheapo from Walmart, and I am lightly spritzing it. Taking my paper towel roll and rolling it over. And I do it one more time with just a little bit more. Probably should have left it alone, but that's going to do it. So then I really like the way it looks, and then I decide let's do some splatters, which the splatters then pretty much take away all of the snowflakes. Yeah, gesso. So I do take some homemade glitter spritz that I've made. It's just some Pearl X powder in some alcohol and water. And I take each of the colors and pop them down. Now you might be wondering why the Blueprint Sketch is out there. That is simply because that collection has some bright pops of blue in it, and I really thought that it would work, so I'm just going to do the splatters just to give the pops of blue. Now I should have maybe, wiped up the splatters with the paper towel roll. That might have been a better idea. Maybe I do, I don't remember. But after letting it sit and everything, it kind of looks like a camouflaged background. It's kind of cool, but not what I was going for. I wanted the, watercolored effect of the images. So, and in this case, it was a snowflake, but you get what you get. And then see all the splatters start working together, and that is the end result, very faint. And that's when I realized, let's go in and add a few more stamps here and there, just to stamp over the other stamped images, and then I actually like the way it turns out. It's like my favorite background. Now, I will let you know that when you do this to papers, you are going to warp your paper, and if that scares you, there are ways to flatten it back out, but it'll never be truly flat again. I mean, you can let it sit overnight with some heavy things on it. It will flatten it. You can roll it off the edge of your desk. It will flatten it. But it's always pretty much going to be a little warped. that doesn't bother me because it's going in an album, and my albums are really full and heavy, so it kind of compresses them anyway in a page protector. But I like mixed media, so most of my pages are warped anyway. You guys know. So I do take a piece of cardstock, not 100% sure what the name of this one is. It's an old Stampin' Up! One, not even sure if they still carry this color, because you know Stampin' Up! Would retire them a lot. Kind of close to my heart retires the colors a lot too. But being a card maker, I have tons of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, so I do try to use them when I can, because I'm not a card maker anymore, and I don't make 8.5 and 11 pages. I pretty much only make 12 by 12, and every once in a while mini albums, but I'm a 12 by 12 scrapper, so I use those for matting, and when they're out, I will not replenish like I do the 12 by 12 cardstocks. So for my title, we are going to have flurries of fun. I am going to come in and make sure that I put the date. You see that right there, I just take my glue and squeeze it out onto my Glassboard Studios glass mat and then dip the element into it. That's the best way for me to use this really uber super thickish or thin-ish glue. And the Glassboard Studio glass mat cleans up super fabulous, even though I have all of this glue that I leave on there. It dries, it does whatever. It wipes, like it scrapes right off. Like I just use my little Cricut scrapey tool spatula thing and scrape the desk down once a week and get everything scraped off. And then I clean it and it's beautiful again. If you're interested in picking one of those up, I do have a code. It is Rebecca20 and a link down below. If you use that, you get 20% off anything in their store. Can't beat that. That's a super uber great deal. So I'm going to go ahead and pop in the little border strip at the top and the bottom. Like I said, I really wanted to just kill off this collection and those 2 random sheets that I added with the collection, because it was wintry and it was snowy and it was blue and it went in my head. It worked. I only have one 12 by 12 piece of paper left, which I just stuck in with my Christmas single papers and called it a win. So I'm going to take these banner bits and I dip them in the glue and then I move them. Yes, I didn't quite do a big enough banner, which is weird, I know. But I do, because since it's going on top of gesso and mixed media, I always add liquid glue, because just to make sure that it sticks, right? It's got to stick. And then, see, I just pull them down. The glue does not dry, like, super fast, so it's totally fine. I get it on there, and then I decide that my title will fit nicely on there. Oh, I take a navy G2 gel pen and make the little line, and then I'm going to come in and add some more fun things all around. Here's the title. It's going to say, Good Bee, because she went to see Santa Claus, and this is an 18, which is why I put the 18 on there. And this was the first year that we had her, and we went and seen Santa. She looks all cute in her little vest. PSA, public announcement, hubby. She's gotten too fat for her little vest. And that was not a cheap vest, you guys. That was like top of the line to keep her warm in the winter. I may have went a little overboard with my rescue dog. She does have other sweaters and stuff to wear now in the wintertime because she gets cold. She has to have a blankie too. But anyway, since this was her first Christmas with us, we went and took her for a dog's day. We went to the 4 Muddy Paws, and she had goat's milk and doggy Christmas cake and got to pick out some new toys. She got to meet other dogs. She got to get a sketch done of her, and then we went to the PetSmart, and she got to pick out new toys and meet Santa Claus. So it was a good day. She liked it. The goat's milk was her favorite. That's what I think anyway. Alright, so I take 3 of these fabulous Dotty About flares, and I pop them right around the layout where I had already popped 3 sticker snowflakes. I just go ahead and use some fun foam, pop them in there, and then on liquid glue, I just add that on. I do try to apply that for a little bit. I wanted to use this piece right here super bad, and then I was like, hey, let's just rip a chunk out of the side. I didn't even have to pour my coffee on it this time to be able to do this. And I really like that. I think it finishes off. It adds just a hint of the dark navy color to the edges. So I'm going to go right to the right. That's where I have my caterpillar. It's just easier for me to leave it over there, swivel my chair, make the cut, and then come back. So, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and I flip it over ever so carefully because I don't want to, the Dotty Bot flare is not solidly glued down yet because that glue doesn't dry. And that's going to do it. I trim that off and that's it. Check everybody else out and I'll see you guys later. Bye.